Welcome to Bottom Line Sports Talk. I'm George Abraham. You know my partner, Albert Cameron. Albert, it's never easy. I always used to say that when any type of event, someone would say, oh, you'll win, or oh. I said, you don't understand. It's difficult, and this is proof with Naz Bohannon.
Yeah, he thought
He's a stud.
that, okay, I'm one of the best basketball players in YSU in the last, 10 years. And so I'll go to Clemson and do well there and find out, I'm not making it in basketball, but I know I can make it in football. The Jacksonville Jaguars officially waived him. And when I saw that, I want to give him credit for giving the effort to trying to become a professional athlete. But for those people who think that like LeBron James could go play
I just laugh.
tight end football, first time he went across that middle.
First and last, you mean, right?
Yeah.
Is that what you
Someone
mean?
would take his head off.
I've seen him when someone bumps him. Like, I laugh. They'll go, man, I said, have you seen him when he gets knocked down?
I know.
It takes him 17 seconds, to get up. These girls fought the other night. They got more damage in one fight than he's been. It wouldn't last 30 seconds. And I'll give this guy credit also, because that's a rough. I mean, you know, it's
so hard to do because as athletic as you are, and he is.
Yeah.
When you're really, really learning a new sport, first the intellectual part of it, then more importantly, the physical part of it, when you get creamed every play, not one play, but every play, by men that are 6'6", 300 pounds, running a 4.7.
4.7, you might even be. Like, we've talked about that because we've said, of all the sports, raise the basket, raise the this, basketball, okay. Football, that field has stayed the same.
Yes.
And those animals run like it's, I don't know what to say. When you have a 6'5", 250-pound man that can run the guy down and just pull him down.
Or to choke him down.
Yeah, oh, no. Yeah, we talked about that in our previous shows. They do not form tackle.
No.
They destroy.
Yeah, form tackling is out.
No.
In the game of football,
Wrap and lift. I don't see that anymore. Do you?
Trying to hurt. They try to
run
through them every tackle. That's the way they play. And so Naz, for the sake of your body, I'm glad you didn't make it.
Yeah.
Because you'd have been on the injury reserve list mighty quick. Talk about injury reserve. Derek Wolfe had enough about being injured, about going through the tough times. The great player from Beaver Local finally called it quits.
And he was great at Denver.
Yeah, he was. Oh, no,
I mean,
he pass rushing stats.
No, absolutely. I have mine now. The last couple, when he went to Baltimore, I kind of lost track a little bit. When he was at Denver, buddy, he was all that.
Yeah, 34 total sacks is a big number in the NFL. They're always looking for pass rushers. We happen to know of him very well because George is great friends with his agent and always raved about Derek Wolfe's work ethic. And he earned some serious cash in the NFL. He just felt it was time to move on and go someplace, do something different. So congratulations for a great career, Derek. And Beaver Local's own Derek Wolfe retires.
Absolutely. Congrats is in order because just to play in that league for 17 weeks, forget 8 years.
Yeah, that's, we just talked about twice today now, that every day you come out sore. If you play on Sunday, you're sore till Wednesday. And you're lucky to get out scot-free walking out of the game.
No, I see Earl Campbell.
Oh, jeez.
With 2 canes.
Yeah.
And honest to God, every time I watch Najee Harris carry the ball.
That many times, too.
Honest to God, Al, I think now that there's 17 games, if he carries it 25 a game, he's going to carry it 425 times.
Yeah, he won't be healthy the whole year.
There will be 2 contracts.
No, he won't be healthy.
That's what I thought. Remember I told you the other day I liked him to score 7 times? But I got to thinking, he may not play every game.
Well, if they carry the ball that much, he's not going to. I'll tell you that.
It's that simple.
Yeah, you can't. There's not a guy in the NFL. They thought Henry was not. He won't get hurt.
That's not last
year.
year.
He was out last year.
No,
that's the way it works.
In Earl Campbell too, he didn't avoid contact.
And either does Harris.
No, he's one of those Alabama angry guys.
They always run at people. Yeah.
Like Barry Sanders, he can try to Juke
Oh, they couldn't
yourself.
grab him. They couldn't
No,
grab him.
but this guy, I know what he's doing. He's like a bull that sees that red cloth.
Right.
Whoa! No, sir.
Yeah,
These guys.
Alabama.
Nobody knows. Hey, you know what? That's one thing. Just from being on the sidelines in high school and college a couple of times, I can't imagine the pros. I watch it on TV,
Right.
but I've never been down there.
Right.
They said it's
Oh yeah,
bad.
the collisions. It's collisions. That's what it
Yeah.
is. It's collisions. On a local scene, Ohio is trying to schedule
Yeah.
gambling and running into a pitfall.
Yeah.
They said the rules that go into doing it is costing businesses and potential sports betting outlets money. They don't want to go in the hole. They don't have the money to pay out because if you win, George, it's like you want that money 4 weeks later. Give it to me today.
How many letters have I written to Harrisburg when I won the lottery? You know how many times I emailed them? You have any idea? You didn't know that?
No, I know you do. I know you write letters.
Absolutely.
I know you write letters.
I want my money. I paid it.
I know.
And two things about this. One, the problem is the obvious, having the cash.
Right.
Two is having it on hand and people knowing you have it on hand.
Robbery.
Now you're into plan B.
Robbery. Here comes
See,
robbery.
This is
You
the
better
other.
get a seriously burger alarm.
Like
system set
sheets,
up.
all the
Get a
everything,
serious burger alarm system.
all the 20, everything goes under because that's what would happen. And I said to that lady, I hit that about 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted my $1,000. She goes, I said, I paid it here. It says play here, pay here. I said, well, how about these people that are playing these little, they call them skill games?
Right.
Well, that's a separate kiosk. I said, hey, lady. But this is what they're running into.
Right.
And I understand, because, some guy's going to bet a 10-team parlay.
They're going to hit it.
And he's going to hit it at some point.
Yes.
And all of a sudden, you're going to owe the guy $1,500, and you don't have $1,500 on hand.
Yeah, so that part they never thought of as they went through it.
They never thought of it, exactly.
Yeah. So
And you want paid.
That's what. Oh, yes, no question. So that's what's happening there on the local scene. Most of all, good luck to Derek Wolf in his future.
But boy, you opened up a can of worms with this sports betting, because that's the key thing. That's what FanDuel and those guys deal. Like, if you're ahead at 4:02, you're not betting a 4 o'clock game because it's not in there.
Right.
And we've talked about this. I like it as a governor, where you don't call and say, "Hey, give me 9 bazillion on the Browns." You have about too many Miller Lights.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
How
many bookies get stock?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I know.
We had a famous, Al and I had the best guy ever, old timer. Got a little salty toward the end because between computers and all these online
right,
things, guys are betting 5 innings now.
Yes.
Well, you're not doing that with a local guy.
No.
So anyhow, he got out, and he's the kind of guy, if you'd call and you say you bet $20 every game, you go, hey, Joe, I want 39,000 on the Bulls. He'd go, well, bring it over. And the guy would go, well, I have it. I'm good. He goes, well, then bring it over.
Right.
Because he knew.
He knew.
Everyone was over their head.
He knew.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting.
It is interesting.
Because I'll tell you, I would think it's a great way to increase revenue as far as the senior citizens and all that
Right.
lottery stuff. But the bottom line is having that cash on hand is another.
Right.
No, first of all, having it. And secondly, my thought, the risk of robbery.
Right.
It's big. Okay, let's talk about the pros. Major League, they're hitting 100 games now.
You have 60-some more left. All the trade going on right now. Trades.
No,
going
you'd
on.
have had to be up all night. I woke up in the chair this morning. So I go in, and I get rumored, the Watson thing, it's so current. When I sent you what I wanted to talk about, it wasn't done yet, but it was this morning. My point is with that, you're looking around and things are changing. So then I find out the Brewers dumped their closer.
Yeah, hater.
And San Diego's closer isn't as good as him, is he?
Very similar though.
Oh, okay.
Very similar. Not as good.
No,
But
Hader.
very similar. Rogers very similar.
Okay.
They throw hard.
Does Milwaukee have anyone out there?
What? Oh, Rogers. So he'll take over.
They'll just switch.
Oh yeah.
That's
oh
what-
yeah. Yeah.
All right, let's talk about this.
Oh, yeah.
Now, here's the Judge thing. You and I, Al and I, we're old timers. So we're talking about this the other day on the radio. I hear Judge has let's say 40. And I say, yeah, I've often wondered this. What's the number in your head that he's breaking? I have 62, I guess, but I don't have a reason.
Yeah, I don't have a number.
60?
I just go with 162 games. Roger Maris would be the guy. That's the one I go 61. So that's my number because Ruth did it in 54 games.
Right,
154 games.
Right.
And then Bonds did it with head size bigger than he
You
had
know, I
before.
saw that.
So
I didn't
Maris.
realize so says. I mean, I did realize, but it had passed. I didn't realize he had 62 once. Then I saw Bonds at what, 73?
Yeah. So Bonds is the number. So
Yeah, so forget
and
70.
so I don't even look at that. No. I don't.
So his being a Yankee, you're kind of thinking that's in the.
Yeah, and
the
I've
root.
always done with anybody. If anybody's going to break a record, I think
Okay.
Roger
No,
Maris.
that's what
But adds more to it that he is a Yankee too. Also.
Boy, if they don't send him a contract, they'll have to close that stadium. Those fans will go nuts. You think Jeter was liked? Jeter didn't hit 40 homers.
No. But he hasn't won any championships, so that's why.
No, that's right.
They like Jeter more because he won championships.
Oh, absolutely. Have you
Yeah.
seen any of that show yet?
Yeah, I watch it all now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I saw the first call. It was very good. 2 of the 3 American League races. Finito, Donito, right?
That's why they have the wild card.
Yanks. Oh,
Yeah,
several.
that's why the wild card's in place.
What do you think of no more one
Because
game?
they did it.
What about no more one game?
I always like that. I don't like one game, so I
Okay,
like that.
that's funny. I heard that, and I asked somebody, and said, "Oh, I like that one game." I said, "Oh, okay, you can't."
I
Play.
don't like because the better team. I think the better team has a better chance.
I got you.
in winning
So they've
3.
given them 3, but they've given them the home.
Right, home team.
Okay, let's ask about this. The Central will go to the wire. Every time I think I know something, I looked up. I said, "I'm going to get the White Sox," and they lose 3 in a row. And I said, "Well, Guardians are done." Then they go, "Is Minnesota going to win that by
It's
default?"
baseball. No, there's no default in that league.
If you 162, you win it.
No, yeah, they win.
I mean, even though you have 20 fewer wins than the Yankees.
Well, they're not as good as the Yankees.
No, but that's
but
not-
that league is not default.
No.
all 3 of them are playing pretty good.
Okay.
They're not. They just don't.
Because Detroit beat you.
There's
With Scobles there, they can
Yeah,
beat
when
you.
they have one pitcher going.
Yeah.
But they
I
don't
heard he's
score.
going this week.
They don't hit.
We'll know Tuesday night.
I don't think they're going to trade him. I don't think he's going.
Okay, because if not, he's going Tuesday night. St. Louis, they're going to have to make a move. Are they out of the Soto, or you think? I heard today,
I don't think anybody's
San
out of it.
Diego and Dodgers.
I don't think anybody's out of it, but it's going to take somebody who has some serious cash and
$500
serious
million
players.
laying around.
Yeah, so there's only certain teams that are in it.
No,
St. Louis
yeah.
is one of them.
Yeah,
They're one of them. They can still stay in
I'm
it.
hearing, San Diego and the Dodgers. The Dodgers. No, I'm so sick of the Dodgers. You don't know how sick I am of the Dodgers.
Well, if I had to guess who it's going to be,
Yeah, Dodgers.
I guess Dodgers.
No, I know.
Yes.
No, I know
Yeah,
what you
yeah,
mean.
yeah.
Now Pittsburgh's going to move several guys.
Yeah, they're all runner players. That's what they have. They don't.
They've
have
been playing the shortstop, showing him off, and he's hit for the last few days.
Yeah. He's a good. They should move to
You
second
like
base.
him, don't
He's
you?
one of my favorite. He is my
Now,
favorite.
let me
guy.
ask you.
He's my favorite.
What would
player.
be wrong with keeping him the center fielder and the reliever and building around them?
Because they don't have enough players.
Wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
In other words, by the
You gotta
time
get pitching.
the young
They
guys.
have to trade him to get pitching.
Oh, it's-
Yeah, they got a lot of young players still coming through. They're still going to move up, but they got to get some pitchers. And without pitching, I don't care what they do. That's the way it works.
You know what, though? Asking for pitchers is kind of like asking for.
But now's the time to get them, though. Right now, Reynolds and Bader.
They bring somebody.
Yes.
Okay.
You understand that?
Because these teams want to win
You hold
now.
for sale. Yeah, you say, okay, you want him? Give me 3 of your best pitchers. That's the way trades have to work. Because Reynolds is an all-star, but Pittsburgh cannot win with him. So it doesn't matter if
No,
he's
in other words, he could hit 380 next year.
Doesn't
and
make a
then-
difference.
How about? I started looking the other day. I hadn't been following. I saw something about 3 weeks ago about Cease for the White Sox. Then I just got, how it comes under the crawl. He hasn't given up.
He's a good pitcher.
This thing's getting pretty good now.
Yeah, he's a
That's a
good
pretty
pitcher.
good streak.
Yeah, he's a good pitcher.
1 run before June.
Yeah, he's a good pitcher.
So you got to watch him for sure. Is Verlander coming up that thing as the pitcher for Tampa's coming back?
Well, 39 years old, he could go down any time. So I depends if his arm holds up. Yes, if he could, that's not easily said.
I know. I played that kid for Tampa the last couple of times.
Gotcha.
He got hit in the All-Star game too.
Right. Right.
I don't know what's going on. It could be nothing. Could be bat luck. Or it could be there's something.
Yeah,
going
Cleveland
on.
got him. Cleveland got him on
Yeah.
this weekend.
Harper's doing a comeback. Remember, I had told you Al, I'd taken the Phillies way back, and I'd put a line.
I told
through
you
it.
not to.
Yeah, and I said I thought if they could get within 5 when he returned, and it appears they will be.
Just a long year because they could lose 5 in a row this week.
Oh, absolutely.
So there's no use getting your hopes up.
No,
because baseball changes.
But now you're down to 60 games instead of having 80 to make it up for.
Baseball changes.
You know that
constantly.
you're down to 60 games
Every week.
Oh no,
You think you have it?
He's
They
coming.
don't.
Well, he's supposed to be back later in the week.
No, I'm talking about team-wise.
Oh no, absolutely.
No, just so you think a team's doing good.
Oh no,
They don't.
But it's a game. It doesn't hurt to go into Pittsburgh for 4.
And that's why they did good. That's what Pittsburgh's done now, right now.
My goodness. DeGrom's coming back for the Mets. Let me ask you.
That's the biggest trade of all. No one's talking about the biggest trade they've done is getting DeGrom. That's like getting the best pitcher in baseball back you haven't had.
Yeah, it's like a trade. In other
it's the
words.
biggest trade.
I get you.
No one is going to. No one's moving up the ladder quicker.
You know, and
than the Mets.
they hit the other. The only thing is with him, I noticed the other day, his last outing in the minors wasn't good. They brought him anyway.
Yeah, I don't think he.
You don't worry about it?
No,
Working on something?
He's not, yeah.
Is he
He's
working
not
on
throwing-
something?
He's not throwing 100 miles an hour.
Let's talk NBA. Loss of Bill Russell
Big.
as an icon, both on the floor,
Mm-hmm.
11 championships. I don't want to hear any of this other stuff. 11, in our mind, team sports championships matter.
Yeah, and he fit the bill of our show that he thought about making the rest of his team better. Like some guys like stats and some guys like playing. Do you make the rest of your players better on the floor?
Yes.
He did it every game. He wasn't a scorer, but if he needed 20 points, he'd get them.
Get it?
Averaged 22 rebounds a game.
That's
so,
all. That's
so
all.
that means that there's a fast break going. That means that you can release early. That means there's a lot of things going. He just made the team.
Yeah, and if your man
better.
got to the hoop, guess what?
Oh no, they yelled Russ.
Russ, big
You know,
man.
there was no yelling.
No.
Help!
me.
They just yelled Russ.
And another thing he did great. I watched some highlights yesterday. I knew he did it, but I hadn't seen
the
it.
ball in bounds, I was gonna say.
He didn't like,
yeah,
like he
scream.
tapped it to one of
On
his
purpose.
teammates.
Another fast break.
It was a
yeah.
fast break.
Yeah, that's what he did. I still think Wilt was the better player. I'll go on my going, but Wilt cared more about stats.
Wilt.
Yeah.
No.
Not Wilt, and that's the bottom line.
Now let's step off the floor. Social issues. Boston was a tough place for a black man.
I say it all the time. That listen, I'm a 5'10" white guy, and I'd be so stupid to compare myself with somebody who has black skin that they said you couldn't drink out of a water fountain here. Now,
So there was a sign. Don't can't use the bathroom. No, you can't use the bathroom.
Never. We're not talking about 1800s.
No, 50s.
I'm talking about
No.
1960.
Like Hank Aaron and these guys, they were in the minors in the South.
So
and I
I
said,
get a kick with my friends. I get argued all the time.
yeah, they don't understand.
Yeah, I said, do you understand how racist you sound?
Yeah.
Because you never walked in somebody's shoe and saying,
not a
George,
day.
you can't stay in this hotel.
Not
Anybody
a day.
can't stay in this hotel.
Well, I got a great story.
What do you mean I can't stay in
You
this
got me.
hotel?
You got me. So you know this is early 60s.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
It's 60s.
Yeah.
It's not
No.
1700.
One of my guidance counselors was in the National Guard. They got called out, so they pull into this motel. They're going to take the whole place. You understand? Guy goes knocks on the door. He said, he said, we want the whole place. Guy's eyes lit up. He goes, the whole place. He goes, you want to rent the whole place? The guy looks out. He goes, those 3 colored fellas can't stay here. The guy,
That's what I'm saying.
giving the sergeant or whomever
the whole
credit.
place.
Yeah, no, rent the whole place.
That's
They
what I'm
wouldn't do
saying.
that in a month.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, he went and rented to them and they left. So I'll give him credit for that.
You have to.
Russell, he tell Red Auerbach, he said, Red, they went away one year down to South
Right.
America. So and he said, and then Red told him, he said, well, if you can't eat in the restaurant, we're not going back.
Exactly. That's why. What's
But I'd eat in the back, Al.
It's no. I said that's why it is such a big. I've been in more arguments about that.
Yeah.
Because they can't
No.
grasp it.
Well, how about this line? Now, here's the best line of all. I'm not racist, but.
Just write it down.
No, the minute they say it.
Write it down.
The minute they say
they are.
it's
They are.
done.
No question
Now
about
let's
it.
talk about trade talk. Boy, I don't hear a thing about KD. Do you? Is he going to be in
What
that?
has happened with him, by the way?
No.
That
You're
went
answering
quiet.
your own question.
That went really quiet.
Well, first of all,
I said he was going to be in Brooklyn, so maybe I'm right.
you know, they were. I
So
heard a
maybe I'm
guy.
right.
I heard a guy the other day talking about who's there. If Simmons,
Getting rid of Kyrie will help anyway.
just getting rid of him.
No. If they can somehow get a deal for
It's
somebody
like having an ingrown toenail.
Yeah,
you got to
no
get it
question.
cut off.
Because he doesn't want to play every game
You don't
anyway.
wanna- no.
Oh, my. And remember, he's a super player.
No, he's
But
not.
I just don't want him on my team.
No, he's not pretty good. He's not. He's way better.
No,
than
yeah,
pretty.
no
Now,
question.
I'm still hearing slight rumblings. Kyrie to the Lakers. Now you
That
put
was Westbrook has to leave, right?
yeah.
Okay.
How about a healthy eyebrow? They said he's got a new trainer because this puts him out 2 weeks. If you bump,
No, him.
how about if
I
he's
can't
out?
trust him. He's the
You
always
can't
be a
trust
great
him.
one of the top 10
And
players.
remember that championship was in the bubble.
I remember.
It
You
was
always talk about that.
Yeah, I don't. Well,
Bubble
it's because
means
I don't
different
like
to you.
them. Same with the Dodgers. The Dodgers won it in the
Right.
same building. That's not a chance. And a 60-game baseball season is a joke.
Yeah, Davis is so talented.
No,
But he doesn't play.
No.
I'm so old-fashioned.
Yeah. Now here's
How is somebody's going to play?
Here's the best line of all. The best ability is availability. He's not available. Now, WNBA had some. I didn't know it was going on. They had an in-season tourney.
Did they really?
It's a copy of a soccer thing.
Okay.
They tell me. NBA's planning it next year. Do you have any thoughts on
No,
it?
I didn't. I've never even thought
Would
about
it
that.
interest you at all?
No, it wouldn't interest me.
We're just
Those
not
kind of
used
things-
to-
Those
we're-
kind of things don't interest me.
And not
I
only
just
that-
care about the end of the season.
Yeah, and not only that, we're conditioned to having the playoffs at the end.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just care about
Yeah.
the end of the year. Now, if it has something to do with winning a championship,
Yeah.
then it would interest me.
Now, as I said, most older people.
I'm one of them.
No, but it's no. But I'm not in sports. They're reluctant to change ball.
I'm one of them. That's what
As
I
you
said.
get older,
I'm
ball.
one of them.
I agree.
No, I'm one of them.
Well, I'm not. I'm admitting this NIL stuff and open portal stuff.
Yeah, I'm one of them.
I'm struggling. Let's talk about that and say football. Now, you know what's good. It's less than a month away.
You ain't gonna spend any Saturdays on the couch.
No. I have this big spot where I land on Saturday. We do a radio show.
George will leave at 11,
That's it.
and I'll hear from him twice.
Yep.
And
About
it's-
3 and about 7. Who you like?
And he'll be in the same spot
No.
at midnight.
No, I don't move. No, I don't move. Midnight,
Well, how do you get your food? You just like order out, or
I order out or I have something in there.
But I'm telling you, he knows every team.
Yeah, I do. I
within
call
3
him. I go,
weeks.
how about this Colorado State? He goes, who? He goes, what are you watching? I go, Colorado
Oh, he'll name
State.
the tight
I go,
end for Colorado State. I'm thinking, oh my God.
I have no life, but I admit it. Oh, no, seriously now. Good games early. One thing I like about college, good games early. We have we got Pitt, West Virginia right off the
Let's say
get-go.
this. I'm going to say this like, it's going to sound stupid. They sound like good games.
Oh, yeah, you don't know.
You understand?
Yeah.
Like Pitt might be way better West Virginia.
Yeah.
And it might be, like I remember Alabama played Southern Cal one year.
Oh, I never,
this is a great
Well, I'll
game.
be honest with you. I never fool with Southern Cal. No.
'Cause this is a great
Those
game,
pretty
it's
boys, you know, it's like
And it was
it's like
37-0
UCLA going to
for
the
Greg
Big
Blank.
Ten. What you say going to the Big Ten for? They couldn't win where they were. They got good-looking
So Pitt, West Virginia
cheerleaders.
sounds like a good game.
Yeah.
Utah, Florida sounds like a good game.
Oh, it
But
does.
Florida might not be good.
No,
I don't. Now
no, we know Utah's good.
But I know Utah.
How about
I'm
Ohio
predicting an
State,
upset,
Notre
by the way.
Dame?
I'm predicting an upset now.
Who?
Florida over Utah.
There you go. See, I'm not going to say anything because I know they got athletes.
I am, and I got that from Phil Steele.
Okay.
That's where I got the idea.
And you know who that coach? We love
Phil
that
Steele-
coach.
No, he said he's got a better. They got a better coach.
We love
and
that
they
coach.
fit what he likes to do.
Okay,
He
so
said
last year was a.
he just lost control of everything. He said, you know. So that was interesting. And I went down. What about the line on that game will be? Florida, Utah, at Florida.
Can't give them too many points in the swamp, can they? I'm going to look that up. Here's the key.
And Ohio State, Notre Dame is the other one you have written down. Don't you think that can't be
Oh, yeah.
31-0 at halftime?
It could be.
But Notre Dame might be really good to give them a 7-6 game.
They better
But
be.
no, they can be 7-6. 37-36.
38-35.
Yeah.
No, here's my thought. Enjoy it because you know there are more changes coming.
Yes.
I was looking at that AAC. They have Cincinnati and Central Florida and Houston all. But you know that's not going to be intact probably in 2 years.
No, that's the thing about it.
They're going to join the
Yeah,
Big
somewhere
12.
they're going out somewhere. I don't know where they're going.
They're just going.
But they're moving.
Let's talk about the NIL and the portal. I saw it today. Hundreds of kids jumped in that portal and didn't find a place.
I know, and that's the part that
Nobody mentions it.
that Neuheisel really wrote about big time.
Okay.
He said this, the worst thing about the portal is he said it's just like guys putting all their marbles into playing in the NFL.
Yeah.
Only
Yeah.
that percentage makes the NFL, and they
I
have
agree.
nothing else to do.
I agree.
Well, he said the people in the portal think, well, they'll want me.
Yeah.
Well, they took the linebacker from Alabama. They don't need you anymore.
No.
And so they leave without jobs. They don't have any jobs.
And the other thing is, too, it's common sense. When you add somebody, somebody's replaced.
Right.
Nobody ever mentions
No.
Where did the other guy go?
Exactly.
And you told me the other day, I have to really get up on this. I know where the big boys went. My guy's the guy at Oklahoma from Central Florida.
Right.
But what I don't know is where some of these other guys are.
Yeah.
I remember I said to Al the other day, I said, so-and-so. Al goes, I think he went. And I said, well, I got to find out.
Oh, yes, and he is. That's what happens.
Absolutely.
These are really good players from smaller conferences. I mean, really good players.
Yeah.
That are moving on to, but no one got them like Alabama though. Like they got
Noah's Ark. What do we say?
they get 3 starters from Georgia. Like Georgia beats them, so
Yeah. And I was, I got to admit, I was looking up late the other night, Georgia. Everybody thinks like Mother Hubbard's cupboard is bare. Watch yourself.
all 5 stars.
Watch yourself.
Yeah, all 5
38% of the offense, 40-some of the defense.
All 5 stars.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, they're not returning 2 stars.
No, it's not barren. Let's put it
No.
that way. New coaches, Oklahoma, Southern Cal, Notre Dame, big programs. I mean, there's pressure there.
Yeah, they like that pressure though because they get good players.
And they get 7 digits after their
yeah,
salary.
they get the money plus
Yeah.
you get the recruits who you want. Yeah, it's
Hey,
it's
another
good job.
opener in Ireland. There hasn't been one for years because of
That's
COVID.
good. That's nice to hear.
Yeah, that's
Now,
Indiana.
that part I do like.
Okay.
Yeah, that it's back to normal. We're talking about. We ain't talking about any cancellations.
Hey, my thought is this. Do you agree? Saturdays in the fall, the best.
they're awesome. They're
best.
awesome.
The
yeah.
weather's
If you
so-
like college football,
Yeah.
Plus the weather's unbelievable.
Like someone asked me the other day, do you like, I said, not even close. I'm a college guy.
Yeah, I do too.
I play Sunday. I watch Sunday, but I just love, because I think in college, there's too much of them to keep track of. I think
You're hoping that,
the
right?
pros, they know when a guy has diaper rash. Let's do NFL. 1 month. Hall of Fame game this
No, that's
week.
the one, George. Before you go on, that's the one that bothers me the most.
Hall of Fame game.
No. When they mention it, they say this guy has an easy schedule. Team has an easy
Oh,
schedule.
that's the dumbest thing in the world.
And I'm saying George and I talked about this a million
No,
times.
it's the dumbest thing.
Danny Cannell's saying that by the way, he's a big. I'm listening on the radio today.
He's a
he
ESPN.
said he made the statement that the NFL made the schedule easy for Watson, so they missed 6 games. They planned it, and I said, this might be one of the stupidest.
No, put him down.
Because how do I know Atlanta's not going to be really good? How do I know?
I heard a guy say, I heard Atlanta's DC yesterday saying, the fun times are over here. He
I'm
said,
saying,
we're going to play.
How do you predict who's
No.
going to be good now?
No, you
Now,
can't.
yeah, I know some. Yeah, there's some.
You know Tampa's
yeah,
gonna be good.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
there's some other team that turns up, like Cincinnati last year. Did somebody go into your saying, ooh,
Can't wait to play Cincinnati. Yeah, okay. You're out. My Tennessee Titans found out in the first
Exactly.
round. I had that written down.
amazing?
No, absolutely. That is the
I had to get that out there.
No, beautiful.
Because it drives me
Because it's the
nuts.
dumbest thing I've ever heard. A Watson suspension, we found out at 6 games.
I thought he was out for the year.
Yeah.
Only 6
Now,
games.
I will say this.
George was right on that one.
Someone said about a precedent. They went out and got an independent judge, so there is no precedent.
There was no precedent in that
No.
at all.
Or
Somebody
you-
uses that
you-
word, they're wrong.
Boy, I
Once
wish-
again, they're wrong.
Wish I'd have had you there because now the other thing is Daniel Snyder off the field. Do you think they finally getting enough?
Are they going after him or not?
Pretty heavy.
I hope
He
they go after
testified
him.
for
I
8
hope they go
hours
after
the
him.
other day.
If you go after players,
Yep.
you got to go after Kraft, who's got
Hey,
through it.
here's
Now you got to go
yeah,
after.
Here's the question: where will Jimmy G land?
I don't know.
Seattle? Would they trade in the division or no?
Seattle doesn't think he's better than them.
Okay, so
That's-
they don't
that's
like.
why.
You know, his record says he's
Yeah, but he watches play. He's not.
okay. So in other
They-
words,
they
he's like the
run-
guy.
San Francisco
when you
runs
did the
that ball.
science project in college, he was the guy that held the board up.
Yeah,
and he got the same grade.
But
you got.
32. He's one of the 32 best though.
Okay.
You know, he should start somewhere in the
Okay.
pros, but he's not. He's not a Super Bowl
All right,
quarterback.
now we're under a minute. We don't talk golf ever, but this Finau, when
Good
you
old Tony
when
went
you
2 in a row.
golf like that 2 weeks, and not -7. Once again, I know what your dad would say.
But
Of
you know
course, it's
what?
2.
But you know what I'm going to say? My answer to that is the big boys were not in either tournament.
Well-
When the big boys get in the tournament,
Well, they'll be in the net- yeah. It's
that's
coming.
what we'll see. Yeah.
Yeah, but I haven't seen the guy go back to back. He
Not in a
fooled
while.
me.
Not in a
He
while.
fooled me.
Not in a while. That doesn't happen.
I was glad to get tied for second. Unbelievable. But yeah, last thing here, the receivers getting salaries. Will the kid from Pittsburgh get it, Johnson?
He's next.
Or will he
He's
have?
next.
Will he get top money?
He's gonna well right down the scale. He's
Okay.
Gonna get, he's
you
gonna
got
be,
it.
yeah.
Hey, thanks again for watching Bottom Line Sports Talk. We'll see you next week.